To turn 2, and Land Riders start with sustain fire. They target the super heavy tanks, but fail to do any damage. Next, retaining its Helios, which target as well the super heavy tanks, plus then they fire also with the whirlwind to the infantry. They do 1 damage to super heavy tanks and kill the Hydra and 1 infantry unit. Then it's Imperial Guard and Regimental HQ engages the Land Rider detachment. They move to encircle and also put some chimeras nearer to Helios in case they manage to score hits. And it's +2 to Imperial Guard and draw, so we call the second round of combat. And second round of combat leads to third round of combat with few more casualties, which eventually leads to few more casualties and lots of Imperial Guard. They lose by 3 and the remaining units fall back behind the forest. The Marines get 1 blast marker to Helios and the Land Riders break and fall back behind the ruin, like so. Next it's retain from Imperial Guard and Basilisk sustain once more, and this time they target the Predator Annihilators, covering them all in the 1 template. This causes destruction of 2 of the Predators. Then Terminators double after rallying last turn, and they move towards the Stormtroopers, dropping the infantry out and opening fire, but doing no damage. Lemon Russ goes next and they double, moving across the hill, and then they take potshots with battle cannons and few las cannons at the Predators, but fail to do any damage other than 1 blast marker. Then it's Whirlwinds who sustain, and they target the Stormtroopers in an attempt to get rid of them as the Terminators failed, and they managed to kill 3 units, leaving the last broken but in a complicated position for the Scions. Then it's Imperial Guard and the Super Heavies. They advance, and volcano cannons target the Helios, which managed to score 2 hits, and that leaves 1 broken Helios, which falls back behind the forest. Then it's Thunderbolts, which make a ground attack, targeting the now Basilisks, which do not have the air cover anymore, destroying 2 as the 3rd saved the hit. Then Imperial Guard Thunderbolts make a ground attack as well, and they target the Predators, killing 2 more as the Hydra is suppressed. And they break and fall back behind the ruins. Then it's Thunderhawk saturation bombing, which makes a bombing run against the broken Regimental HQ and decimates 3 units plus 4 more with blast markers as they are broken. Then it's Sentinels, which march forward, taking up positions in the Marines' end. This prompts scouts to advance and move back, order to get the sentinels within the heavy bolt ranges. And they manage to knock 2 down and break the formation, which then moves further onwards in attempt to keep all the broken marines as much as possible within 30 centimeters of them, but they cannot go near the predators as there are other units in between. Then it's Imperial Guard and Infantry Company, which tries to go to Overwatch but fails and holds and removes all the blast markers. And then Scion's last activation is Tactical, which doubles forwards, going near the Lehman Russes in attempt for preparation for third turn. And they fire some pot shots at the infantry company units that are not in cover, and kill 2 that were possible to target. Then the end phase. We can see that sentinels have moved into the marine side, and the end of the Imperial Guard is holding against marine offensive. On rallies, Super Heavies, Stormtroopers and Sentinels fails, while all the Marines manage to succeed to rally, and the artillery on Imperial Guard as well rallies from broken status. And that's the situation when we go to turn 3. Then we look at the still images from Marine, and we can see Sentinels and Land Raiders and some Scouts. And from Imperial Guard end we can see Limeros Company and Marine Tactical Detachment. Then to turn 3, and Scions again win initiative. Terminators start with advance, needing Supreme Commander's help, and they move into crossfire position with the Tactical. The Terminators move on top of the hill, while Land Raider Crusader moves around the hill. They fire at the Lehman Russes and manage to destroy 1 tank, causing 3 blast markers to the crossfire. Then Tacticals should engage, but they fail and hold instead, firing at the Lehman Russes again through crossfire, dropping 1 more tank. Imperial Guard react with artillery and sustain fire from them, and they target the Predators and clip the Scouts, but fail to do any damage. Then it's armor, so the Predators move from Scions and they go near the Stormtroopers and fire at the Lehman Russes, but fail to do any damage. Then Infantry Company, which sustain, fires at the Tacticals and manage to destroy 1 Rhino. Retaining the Lehman Russes, then engage the Tactical Detachment, and they move back, take control of the objective, and prepare for possible countercharge from the Marines. And Rhino moves into base space to remove 1 firefight 4+ roll, and the rest of the Marines just move ahead, with Prometheus taking positions to take the second hit. The engage goes very badly for Marines, and they lose 2 units, including Prometheus, and fall back. Then it's Land Raider, which sustains and wipes out the broken Sentinel detachment. Then Imperial Guard, Regimental HQ, which tries to double but fails and holds, getting blast marker and breaking itself, move into the corner. Then Thunderbolts go into combat air patrol from Marine side, and Imperial Guard do the same. Then it's Thunderhawk Saturation Bomber, which makes ground attack, and Imperial Guard Thunderbolts react with cap, like so. And they managed to do 1 damage to the Thunderhawk, which manages to kill 1 infantry unit. Then it's super heavy tanks from Imperial Guard, which advance, and they target the only target that they have, which are the scouts, managing to kill 1 infantry unit. Then it's Helios, the last activation by Marines, and they fire just for the sake of being able to do so. Now this was actually a bad idea, since the game ends. Now the game ends due to Marines getting They Shall Not Pass and defend the flank, as the Imperial Guard didn't move in to Marine side. So the Helios fire was actually a mistake, as the unit could have broken and tried to move in the Imperial Marine side. But that's the game. 2-0 win for Marines. And still images from the left flank of the Marines showing the current situation there. And music was by Kevin MacLeod, and software that I've used is listed. Comments and likes and subscribes and whatever, welcome. Thank you.